Right, we're going to move on to TNA, some of the more random TNA stuff. Then we've got probably another game, and then we'll see how much time we've got left. But you'll make a couple of shots for TNA in 2002, 2003 before getting signed by TNA in 2004. Were TNA paying well at the time?
Well, for an independent.
Yeah. They seem
not well in general. No.
So they seem to be the only paying non-homegrown talent well, so I understand. So anyone who's homegrown, they're paying them nothing.
Right.
And
that's how it is now. Since I live in Vegas, no more to pay me.
Yeah.
Well, I was the fly-in, they picked me in where I wanted.
Yeah.
You know. Now they don't want to pay me. I don't work that much in Vegas now. I live there.
Have you seen that? I listen about wrestling. So how close are you to like that big sphere now, the mega sphere?
About 2 miles, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm a mile from the strip, and that's a mile down more. So, but that thing is amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You should do, like, loads of people have started a YouTube channel and they just film what's on it every day. Millions of views.
It's different every second. It's never the same thing twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've never seen the same thing twice. Now and then you see a smiley face when you see a lot, but it's always some kind of artwork, subliminal messages.
Gamble more. Okay.
They said the YouTube concert had a bunch of subliminal messages saying Satan and hate and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they were saying that with Black Sabbath. Play it back.
Yeah, but that's Black Sabbath, not U2.
Yeah. So I hate U2, and I don't even have to listen to them back.
Too. I don't like it.
Listen to them forwards, and I think they're so.
It might sound better backwards.
We've already sort of established with the TNA thing, but like, who was booking and who was in charge at the time when you got signed?
Jeff Jarrett. Jeff and just Jeff. I can remember Jeff and his dad. And Dixie, of course.
Thoughts on Vince Russo as a booker?
No. When he was a booker, I wasn't there. And when I was there when he was a booker, he never said hello, shook my hand, or even acknowledged I was there.
Really?
And never, yeah.
Just intimidated, or?
I think lack of respect.
Yeah. Oh, and I didn't realise I'd written this. Thoughts on Dutch Mantell, who often hid in catering rather than deal with the booking committee nonsense.
Dutch came along a little later than when I took first in TNA.
Good booker?
Yeah, but he was a hard ass to me. I thought he was.
No, well, I told you beforehand, it's like, we brought you up a couple of times in the podcast, and he's always, Sabu, he was great. Absolutely loved it. Heard it.
But every time he addressed me, fucking Sabu, you can't do that. And fucking Sabu, you can't move that. Like, okay, fucking Dutch.
What was he trying to stop you doing?
Before I'd go out, he'd give me a warning, but he'd say it so rude that I wanted to defy him for the way he said it. Well, you can't go in the crowd this time. Like, okay, but I'm going to anyways.
Did it just make you do it?
But I would go within reason. I listened to what he said a little bit, but the way he said it sounded like he didn't like me. Maybe I was wrong.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart.
But I can't take away talent. It's like Ric Flair. I don't like him personally, but he's good. You know, I'm gonna say I can't say nothing against his talent. As a human being, he's a fucking scumbag. Now Dutch, I don't know him as a human being. I only know him as being a hard ass and breathing out my neck.
Telling you not to battle in the crowd.
Yeah.
Did you ever talk to Dixie Carter?
Yeah.
How was she?
She's cool. I talked more to her dad. Her dad was the guy with the money, Bob. He was cool, and he would tell me the only reason he'd come watch this wrestling is because of me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like he'd be there sometimes, and he wasn't. And then I had the match with Abyss, and he was, hey, Sabu, how's it going? He goes, when's your match? I go, I guess they put me down first. He goes, oh, good. I go, nah, good. It should be last. He goes, yeah, but I'm only here to see your match anyway. That's good for you.
So you could share a cab home then as well afterwards.
Yeah. He flew home before the fucking main event.
So with Dixie Carter.
But he was super cool. He was a good guy. Is a good guy.
Yeah. So he was someone who would just come straight up to you and say,
yeah.
Pop,
oh, yeah.
that kind of thing.
You would not know he's a billionaire.
No, he would.
You would never know that.
No.
No, you just think he's a guy hung with the ring or something.
Yeah. How long did it take for you to realize how much he was worth?
I knew ahead of time.
So, yeah.
You know, they're watching out for him. That's Bob. Who's Bob? You know, Mitch's dad. So who's that? They go, one with the money. I said, oh, okay.
He's the guy who leaves after your match.
And then
With that being said, there's so many like different bookers, Dutch and Jeff and Vince. So, over the few years that you sort of like share there, Dusty Rose, Jimmy Hart, Disco Inferno. There's loads.
Bischoff, right?
Bischoff a little later and everything.
And Pritchard.
Pritchard a bit later.
So I think Bischoff and Pritchard got paid to make the show bad purposely.
Really?
I think they got paid by Vince to double dip. They got paid by Dixie and paid by Vince to make it worse.
Yeah, see that. That's getting into conspiracy then.
No,
do you just
okay.
do it just that bad?
Yeah, they're purposely that bad. They purposely didn't use me. I was there. They purposely did. If I'm there, use me. Anyways,
Yeah.
I think they were paid purposely to make the show bad. You tell me, was the show any good from the time Hogan got there till the time it died?
Oh God, no. No. I mean, they did one big segment where Hogan and Eric Bischoff like debuted, and then it just went.
Nah, I don't think nothing was that memorable. It all looked like the retirement league, and I think they were paid the purpose to make it bad.
What was it like working in the six-sided ring? Because like Mexico has a six-sided ring at some point. TNA does. What are the differences? And do you get like disorientated where the ropes is?
Yeah, and the ropes are harder. They don't bend as much, because shorter rates of way, or I call it. The ropes are real hard, and you get disoriented because it's, six sides. Sometimes when you go out of the ring, you go out the wrong side.
Yeah. Is it easier to do stuff off the top rope if the ropes are tighter?
It's not. It's easier for that, but it's not easier to hit the ropes. When you hit them when they're real hard, they hurt, and you don't get the bounce off. Like you run into a steel post.
What about the corners? Just because they're not 90-degree angles, are they harder?
It's a little confusing, but like when you do it though, you go corner to rope, or you go rope to corner. You don't go corner to corner.
Yeah.
So it is confusing, but if you're in the shits, you're going to be a shit in the ring.
Yeah.
That doesn't help it. If you're bad, that doesn't help it.
The reason I mention it is because when Bischoff and Hogan go up, the first thing they do is get the four-sided ring back, and is that
was probably a good idea. They're trying to get back back to wrestling, but they're still the shits. It's just the ring, anyways. But a regular four-sided ring is, I would choose over a six-sided ring.
Yeah. Right. So now,
and I was for six-sided ring until I wrestled in one.
You wrestled in Mexico here and there, didn't you?
Yeah, but at ICP, I talked them into getting a six-sided ring, and they did. And the same ones that built the TNA's ring, and I didn't like it.
No,
I took it back. I'm sorry.
Well, you can keep the receipt for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Take about it's the shit system.
But a six-sided ring is not a good idea.
I always liked the one in Mexico because it always had Corona on the ring.
Yeah, I wrestled with them.
Yeah. Right, we're going to do...
AAA.
That was AAA?
Yeah, it's AAA.
Yeah, I've seen like they put a cage around it.
They don't always have a six-sided ring. Sometimes.
Well, they still do the
It was
six-sided
an ugly blue mat, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't do it all the time.
But they still bring it out occasionally, do they?
Yeah. I
Why
don't know
not?
what the reason's for, but
Spice it up.
spice it.
It's key.
You want the match.
Keep it up.